Good morning, Sarah. I am so happy to talk to you today. Everybody, as you know, I'm Kristen with Keller Williams Realty in Danville, and I'm so excited to be sitting down with Sarah Arnold. I just have to congratulate you, Sarah, because your business is up by 96.8% in a pandemic. Like, that is incredible. And I am so proud of you. Not only have you shown that business can be done during whatever kind of market, literally whatever kind of market there is out there, the thing that I love the most is your attitude. You always have such a positive and upbeat attitude. And I'm sure that that's something that really pulls you through whatever is going on. So, congratulations.
Thank you. No, thank you very much. And it's been interesting. As you know, the economy has changed, the demand has changed, and we are, in essence, going through this. It was a buyer's market. I'm sorry, not a buyer's market. It was a seller's market for a long time. So buyers had a hard time getting into properties, which, funny enough, because of the pandemic, since everything was closed, that was really the heart of my business. Because I know you're going to ask how did things move? And I would definitely say that at this point, knowing that there was the pandemic created this need for me to basically replace myself. I needed to have many more people out on the street showing buyers because a lot of people couldn't get into homes. We had to have schedules, which again was a challenge because we weren't able to get in to see the homes when we wanted to when we had tours. So we had to think about growing our team.
So you saw what was at hand. I mean, when we all went into this, I mean, we didn't know what we could or couldn't do in the beginning. And as things started to kind of get a little bit more clear as to what we could do, it was still challenging. It was very different. And what you did is, instead of saying, oh, well, it's just too much right now, I have to jump through all these hoops to show property. Instead, that's when you launched into action and you built your team, right? And you started with those showing agents, and you have admin in the background, and you're now, growing those people exactly how you need them to be, so that you have this wonderful team all working for the betterment of the client experience, right?
We went through the database. That was when we migrated everything into Command. That's when we tested out what we needed to do. We created our smart plans. We took that time to build and be on the business instead of in the business at the time. So as we're building the business, getting the foundation of what's our day-to-day process, prospecting past clients. I remember Gary had said, talk to them, ask them how they're doing. And I'll tell you, a lot of my business last year came from database and buyers.
All right. I love that. So just being that person who can help other people in all sorts of different ways. And you're right. That is what Gary Keller told us in the beginning. He said, be that resource for our people. Reach out to our people and see what they need. Reach out to your clients and see what they need. And that is exactly what you did. And, when you help people, all of that comes back around, and you've grown such a wonderful business. So I just have to ask, now that you are, your business 100%, and I know you have great, great momentum going with your team right now. What is next for you, Sarah?
If you don't have a coach, I would definitely say talk to a coach, because that is what's going to open your mind to thinking bigger. You can do it on your own, but I just had a coaching call yesterday, and that was exactly the question that we're going through, which is, how are we plugging away because he thinks that I can do more than even I think I can do. And that's where you need to be. So at this point, this year, we've done a great job of getting our systems in place, getting the right people in place to a point where we feel stable. I think this next year, we're actually going to put a little gas on the fire and use that and add new, which, if you think about a team, a gear in a machine, a gear moves. So I can only do so much. If you plug in a new person and the systems are in place and everyone's working together, then we can service more people. And guess what? The lead generation that we're doing right now, which is a lot of phone calls, we do have online leads coming in. But just because you have online leads doesn't mean they turn into clients. So having those systems is really important. I'm happy to talk to anyone about what we do, but it usually is a smart plan. It's a contact. You reach out to those people, and you also reach out to the people that you know that are not, that are the Mets, not just the not Mets, so that you get the referrals. We are putting together our database right now to do the 33 touch. Been in business for 15 years and haven't had a consistent 33 touch. We're definitely putting money towards that, so we have a budget for it. Another thing that I would say moving towards the future is, so database number one is going towards the future. We have the people in place. So we have management, people are in their lane and they can do that.
Mhm.
The next thing is budget, meaning making sure that the money is being spent in the right place. And that, to that point, is then plugging in people when we need more support. And I think that that on its own should hopefully go to doubling the business again next year, with everyone making the money they want to make.
That's right. The whole team.
Mhm.
Yeah. You're always strategizing. And I love that you are such a strong and savvy business owner. And
Thank
that's
you.
what's getting you where you're going and obviously where you've been and the success that you've had. So honored to work with you, Sarah. Thanks so much for sharing.
Thank you. Take care.